Good morning to you. I say good morning today. Hey, I got a little bit of messy hair. We're waking up super late, but nonetheless, I had a great day yesterday out in the sun. I was super busy. I got a whole kitchen to clean up from yesterday. We have breakfast to make. We're making waffles and bacon and eggs, and this is a mess up here. Goodness. Okay, I gotta feed the cats still. I kind of half fed them. They got like a treat and stuff, but you know. What do we got down here? This is also. Really? Well, do you want any of this before we get? It's kind of old stuff here, but we'll see if she'll eat that while I clean up a little bit. I got so much to clean up. That's just what kind of happens when, food still needs to be ate and made, but I'm out for the day, so not much cleaning gets done. We can move over a little bit now that there's more. Whoa, don't tip over. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. It's how it be. This needs to be cleaned. Okay. This needs to go into the recycling. Clean. Trash. We got plenty of things to work on today when it comes down to cleaning the house. But more importantly, because I was so exhausted after being in the sun yesterday, I did not get to any of the investing stuff. And so we're definitely going to be getting to all of that today for sure. That is top of the priority list. Make sure all that gets done. Why is there soda in this? Stop that. Okay. So it's muy importante that we get that done the moment I'm done with breakfast. So we'll eat. Well, we'll stream first, breakfast, of course, and then we'll eat. I probably won't stream that. And then when I'm done eating, I'll get back on, get my hair brushed, face wash, all the good shit. And then we'll just go through everything, which we're going to have to do everything. That's the book notes. That's the podcast. That's the Berkshire Hathaway. Well, and it's going to take us a minute to get through all that. But we will get through it today. That is for sure. Cats are playing, so they must not be too hungry. So I did slap down some food just now for them. Okay. First things first. I'm the realist. No. We need to get water, because it's really important that when you start your day, you have water, you have the drinks you need. Neither me nor my partner have those set up, so I'm gonna get that together. Every time I do it, I think, every time I'm like, first things first, I always think, I'm the realist. I don't know if that song is just like permanently stuck in my head like that or what, but it is what it is. Okay, we got one water bottle filled. And then we're going to fill my water bottle. And it's a big one. She a fatty. And then we're going to get tea and then coffee, because coffee is very, very, very important. I think we have some veggies and stuff that needs to go into the recycling, or the compost, not the recycling. I'm going to do hamburgers for dinner tonight. I'm real excited about that. I want that real bad. Real bad. I love hamburgers. I love making hamburgers. It's my favorite thing to make, honestly. Which means I need to clean out because it still has like fat in it from bacon grease and stuff like that. So I need to clean out the, what is it called? The cast iron a little bit. Normally I do that. I've been keeping up with that pretty well, but Sometimes I don't, and then like the fat just sits in there, which I don't think is a bad thing for it, but I also don't like that I do that. So I need to get better at that. Things we got to get better at: cleaning out the cast iron. But anywho, we'll do all that. Okay, and then my partner always has tea, so we'll do tea, and then we'll make some coffee. Tea. I like waking up later, to be honest, especially on the weekends. There's just something about like, ooh, Phantom Charizards. Wait, Leah streams. Hey, I don't know what you're talking about. I've been streaming. You can look at my stuff. I haven't been streaming like I've been supposed to be streaming. Like the last couple days, I think I've only streamed a couple hours, and I'm normally trying to do 4. But the days were so nice, and they're the only sunny days we were going to get this week. So we went out, did some things. I even streamed what we did the other day. You can probably find it in the things down below. We went to Kyoto Antiques, which is like, oh my gosh, I got this really cute pink kimono, and I got my belts. They're OBGs, I think is what they're called. But like they're like these little fancy, like little belts that go around your obi, your obi. And so I got those. I'm so excited. I think the last thing that I need is, I don't need any of this shit. The last thing that I would like to get is like this little fancy, like floofy, I don't know what to call them. It's like a scarf, and it tucks inside your obi belt. It's super cute. But I've seen a lot of different types, and I'm still deciding which type I want. And I think I kind of want more of a cloth type. I've seen like frilly types. I've seen like scarf knitted types. And I really like the look of the ones that are like more cottony and have like more of a cloth look to them. I'm not sure why, but I think it's like the way that people fold them in. Am I... You can't... Okay, good. I was like, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, coffee time, except for we don't have clean coffee cups. Okay, so I'm going to drop these off real quick, and then we're going to come back for clean coffee cups. Okay. I'll be back with coffee in a second. Okay. First, I need a sippy sip because I ain't drank no water yet this morning. You can't hear me? Are you sure? Are you pulling my leg right now? Wait, you wouldn't have been able to answer. Stop it. Stop it. Enough of you. You sassy bean. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. Okay. So I cut some peppers and I dried out the pepper seeds, right? You can see my makeup from yesterday. I didn't fully wipe off, whatever. But anyways, I tried to like grow them, and look, they're starting to mold. So these did not work. I'm gonna have to try again. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to grow, because I've heard some stuff before where like it's highly plausible that the way that the seeds and what are they called? The way they grow plants now is they make them genetically, so you can't ever grow them back from their seeds. But I've never tested that theory. I just kind of like agreed to it. So we'll see. We'll see if that's true or not. So far it is true because they've gone bad. But also maybe I've overwatered them, and I think that might be a thing that I've done before because I bought some of these and they did rot too. And so I think I just need to be more careful with them. But when I put them straight into dirt, it doesn't work out that great. It's gothly. It's half goth. Look, it's just one eye. I cleaned this eye well, but I didn't get this eye. And it's just like my mascara, right? Okay. Now so we can have coffee, I'm gonna have to do some dishes. And I am unwilling to even show you guys, honestly. It's a mess over here. I'm not okay with it. But that's what happens. 2 days of sunniness, we eat breakfast and then we leave, and I don't do the dishes. I just don't. I can't. I'm trying to get outside. I'm trying to wake up, eat some food, put on my face, put on my clothes, and I'm like, let's go. Let's go. And you guys saw, like, if you were here and you got to catch a couple of the streams that I did do, I think I did a Get Ready With Me stream. Because I was like, you know what, I gotta stream a little bit. Like, even if we are going outside and I'm pushing back. Because today, whether you guys like it or not, we're going through all the investing stuff. So it's going to be a whole investing day. It's going to be intense. But for now, I'm going to do dishes. I'm making, and in the morning, I'm going to make some waffles. But we're going to make some waffles and bacon and some scrambled eggs. And it'll be good. Oh, good. The pan for scrambled eggs is clean. I like that. I like that a lot. How are you doing today? What are you up to? Photon Charizard. Just throw them in the dishwasher. The dishwasher? I use the dishwasher for my dryer. Otherwise, I'd have to, like, buy a whole nother unit thing to, like, hold all the dishes I'm drying. That would be ridiculous. I have a whole drying unit here. It just sits there all nice. It's so nice. Why would I put them? No. That is not the way it works. I don't know. I think that might be part of my trauma. Is my parents, like, even when we had the dishwasher and stuff like that, they did not. I don't like that. Hold on. They did not let us use them. King Mold! Another late breakfast. Yeah, I mean, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, I'm a night owl kind of person, and so I go to bed at like 2 my time, and so I wake up at 10. So on the weekends, I wake up like 12, and I don't get out of bed till like 1. And I like it that way. I do. I like it that way a lot. Okay, let's get some of the dishes out of here first, because we got to rearrange. I just throw them in here. That's probably the worst thing I do to myself, is I'm like, I'll deal with it later. Just toss them in, and then when I get here, I'm like... They're about to blow a goddamn fuse. Okay. How's everyone's day going? There's a ghost behind you. Where? No, I'm joking. Oh, what did you actually see? Whatever makes you happy. Thanks, King Mold. I appreciate that. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we don't do things that make us happy. We do things that seem easy at the time, right? Simple. We try and simplify it, and then it just makes it harder for us later. It's just how it is. You know, sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes I'm emotional. You know, I'm a woman with hormones and vagina issues, so, you know, things like that happen to me monthly, every month. It's annoying, but I'm grateful that I do have it, because without that shit, I would be literally going through menopause, and ain't nobody want to do that. I hear, like, the worst things about menopause. I don't know if you've ever, like, been around a woman who's, like, going through menopause, but it's way worse. It's way worse. Also, I don't think I would be very happy as a person who, like, and I mean this for men and women, because I know it's not just women who have to go through it, but where, like, you're not creating your hormones anymore, and then you have to, like, take pills. I know, like, my mom, she got her thyroid cut out, and because it was, like, she had cancer, so they had to just remove it all. And she was fucked up after that, like, emotionally. Like, one, it's hard to keep, like, your weight off because your body's not functioning normally anymore, and then you have to remember to take these pills so that your body can function normally. It's not fun. Laziness is my kryptonite. Laziness is everyone's kryptonite. I feel like it's so... What else is more of a human experience except for, like, the unwillingness to do the things to keep yourself alive, like eating and drinking water and socializing and creating healthy relationships and boundaries. Like, every other animal does it so naturally, and if they don't, they fucking die, right? And so, like, laziness cannot be a thing in the animal kingdom. But that's such a human experience, to not only be allowed to be lazy, but, like, it kind of being almost a thing where people struggle we all struggle not to be lazy. It is a struggle bus to like keep yourself going. I don't know a single person where like if you give them an out to like be lazy for a day that they won't take it. Why do you think people love weekends? Because they're like, oh, I worked all week, I did all the things I was supposed, and now I can just buy pizza and sleep in bed for an extra amount of time. My wife is in her hormones phase, so she always horny. Yeah, that's a good thing about like that part of the phase, right? For women is they get like that. I think the unfortunate part about like horniness for women is like in our culture, oh, especially right now with like the extreme feminism, right? Is that um it's like on the man completely to create romance, to create horniness. And I think that's something that like just emotionally and mentally is like way more taxing on women for some reason. I don't know if it's just like history. I don't know if it's like our bodies. I'm not real sure. But even for myself, like unless my body is like completely like forcing me to do it, like going into like the sexy moments of life and trying to be sensual with my partner, it's like the most difficult thing. Like I feel like a fucking 5-year-old, not like that, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like a baby. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I'm pretty sure most women feel that way, even when like they have been a sex worker or when they've been like I don't know, like that was like their life where like they were a whore or some shit like that. I think even once they find like their person, like there's just something where like it gets difficult. It gets difficult. I'm not sure why. I couldn't tell you. I'm not that educated on that kind of stuff. Get in there, cup. Okay. Got to find. I washed the coffee cups, but the coffee cups had little lids in them, and I do not see. I threw them in there, so I know they're in here somewhere. But it is still quite a mess. So, hey, I'm doing my best right now. Dishes are getting done. That's all I gotta say, okay? It might not have been the time that I should have done them, but it is happening. And that is better than nothing at all. I like how, like, as I'm doing the dishes, I'm like, let me keep organizing it. Like, that's gonna change. All right, Leah, let's get some of this out of here so I can see what I'm working with. Even though I've done a bunch of the dishes, but I was specifically doing the ones that were gonna get me coffee sooner, you know? I try and watch the things that I'm like, oh, this is what I need. This is what I need. Which I guess is helpful when you're just trying to, like, start cooking and eating, but... Okay, let's see. She gets mad at me when I use the word I'm not rude. I get accused of cheating on her. No! Hey, you got a good one. I know you're in the ass. I'm gonna wait till you come back, but that's fucking hilarious. And also, you better be in the mood. If she's talking to you like that, you better just be in the mood, okay? I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I think it's much harder for women to take rejection or like a pause to things that they want. We're very much used to like being chased and like stuff like that. So like when you chase and like the person's like, ah, not right now. It's like, what do you mean not right now? What do you mean? It's not a practice that we get a lot of work in, you know, as women. Especially with the body positivity movement, now we get hit on by women too all the time. We're like totally good with it. Like straight women are like, oh yeah, I love getting hit on by lesbian women. Don't know how many times I've heard that before. And I hear the complaint by lesbian women. They're just like, oh my god, all these straight women pretending gay. I'm like, are they? Or are they just really enjoying the attention that they're getting? Because who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, honestly? Truthfully. Women are drowning in compliments and men are starving. No joke, no, seriously. I try and compliment people all the time, like men or women. Anytime I see someone like wearing something that I really like I'm always just like, oh, I fucking love that shirt. Oh, I love those shoes. Oh, I love that. I love the way you did your hair. I love, um, I don't know if that's like the best thing to do because I think sometimes like if I'm alone, I try and do it with my partner around, right? If I'm alone, I think if I do it with the man, like sometimes I think I'm hitting on them and I'm just like, no, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to hand out compliments. Like, don't mind me here. Um, but I've also noticed an increase of men complimenting men, which I've really enjoyed seeing. I love hearing like other guys being like, "Oh, bro, that's a cool ass shirt," or "I love the way you dressed today." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, bitch!" And I mean bitch in the most complimented way possible. You're back. Okay, so what I was saying about when you use the word I was just talking about how when women we're so used to like being chased and stuff that like when you tell like a woman like, oh, not right now, it feels like denial, and we're not used to it, and it's hard to like deal with that shit. And we're like, what do you mean not right now? Like wait, so you should be really happy because like not all women are like that, like her, where like they want to, like for me, for example, it's really difficult for me to start like those kind of things, like even when I am in the mood. So it's like one of those things where like you gotta be grateful that she's like willing to come at you and chase you down a little bit, because that's not always a common situation. All right, I know very little women who do that. Oh goodness, so many dishes, so many dishes. We're almost done though. Oh, I found the lids. Perfect. Oh, gotta rinse this out too. Gotta feed the cats as well. Gotta feed me, gotta feed the cats. Where are the cats? Are they playing? Yeah, they're playing. They're such good kitties. I love my babies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need more men complimenting men. Honestly, I feel like a part of like the non-complimenting thing stemmed from like worrying about being perceived as being gay. But I'm just like, no, you need to like, it's women supporting women, men supporting men, and then especially at this point, because I feel like we have like a big like separation between men and women at the moment, like whether it's emotionally or politically or whatever is going on, there's a huge separation. And so I think we got to really work on making sure that we're first supporting each other at the same gender, and then we can probably, once we feel supported by our group, then we can start supporting each other again. I don't know if there was ever a time where like women and men were fully feeling like they supported each other, but I do feel like there were times where like they were better than what they are now, and I'm not sure what they looked like, and maybe that's me like, what's the word, fantasizing like the past, but it is what it is. Uh, I didn't exist back then, so I can't tell you for sure, but I don't see I don't feel like I've seen a time, like, based on what history has told us, where men and women have been more divided than we are now. And I don't know if, like, a part of it is, like, fakely created, where it's, like, bots and AI and, like, what do they call them? Trolls and stuff like that. People just being upset, having. Because, like, I feel like a part of, like, the whole, like, women I really disagree with like women being like it's not all men, but like because it's some men. I used to really agree with it at one point, and like the more that I've thought about it, the more that I like communicate with men about that, I'm just like, man, how shitty would that be to have someone come up to you and just be like straight up like, I can't trust you because of your gender. Right? Like I think that's exactly how women feel like when you're like, oh, I think you're just a sexual object because of your gender. It's the same shit. It's the same shit, different format. Um, and I can't perceive any more of that being like a positive thing. I think it's something where we have to accept that there's bad people out there, both men and women, and that we all need to be taught and trained and educated on how to recognize those behaviors of those bad people and stop blaming society as a whole. We have to work together to be able to figure out who's safe and who's not safe. And if we can't do that, then that's not just one gender's fault, especially at this point in time, you know? Like we have so much space for educating ourselves, and like the internet and everything. Like it's so easy to learn things at this point that like it kind of bothers me that people are like, oh, it's all your fault. Like except for like we haven't been alive during that time. And there are some like, oh, I gotta be more careful. I'm trying to fucking cut my finger off. And there are some things that are very valid, right? Like laws that haven't changed and belief systems that haven't moved on like they should. But I mean, there's always going to be a group of people, and I think the point of it is that knowing that like it's not the majority, and that as long as it is the minority, that like we have some control around it, and we can't ask the world to be perfect when people aren't perfect, you know. So I don't know. It's complicated. Maybe I did cut myself a little bit. Oh, I did. Oh, damn it. Dang, I hate when I do that. As a white male, if I support my own group, I will be put on. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about race. I have a female gay best friend. Me and her been best friends for 20 years. I fucking love that. No, I mean like men supporting men, women supporting women, not like black men supporting black men. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there should be those minor groups too, but I mean like within that, there's like an appropriate way, right? Like, if you are a white man supporting white men, I would say then like, what would be the thing that you're trying to support white men through? Like, what is the issues, right? And if you say like, oh, Latino men are taking our jobs, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, you're racist, right? But if you brought up a concern where you're like, oh, all women see all white men now as like racist people, and there's nothing I can say or do, and I think there needs to be a group of white men that like where we're supporting each other to not be perceived that way, and we're teaching each other like maybe some of the things that are happening, that the reasons why people are perceiving us that way, even though that's not the way it is, then you know I can understand that. But like black men support black men because there's still groups of men out there that want them dead and try to kill them and actually do succeed in doing so. So that makes sense, right? Like how do they support each other to make sure that they can educate each other on how to be safe, right? And how to have community where they don't have to worry about, does this person want me fucking dead, right? So if there's like sincere issues, like I can see why there'd be like there needs to be a group, right? But like I don't think there should be women supporting women groups that are like, oh, we have these groups in these communities because we fucking hate men. But if it's like, oh, I've had like these terrible experiences with men, like then yeah, you need a safe group area where you can feel comfortable, where like you're like, oh, I'm not going to be attacked or anything, and I can express what happened to me safely, and then we can learn together how to find safe men. What does it look like to be with a safe man, right? Because there are dangerous men, there are dangerous women. I've seen the post. There's this one video I just watched where this guy's like in his house and he just broke up with his girl, and this girl throws a rock through his fucking window and then takes that rock and starts trying to hit him with it. That's an unsafe woman. She needs to be in prison. She needs to be in an asylum. She needs to be on medication. That is not okay behavior. You are insane, and you are not safe for the rest of the public to be around you. Period. And if a man behaved the same way, I would say the same thing. It doesn't matter what gender you are. But that's why I understand there should be groups, right? Because if you've had negative experiences with certain things, you need a safe group with people who look and behave and like are like you. But at the same time, it can't be in the same like a large difference that you are never willing to then communicate with the other groups of people, right? Like we come back to our safe groups to figure things out, to be like, okay, how do I make sure that when I step out of this safe group, I know that these other people are safe? What does that look like, right? But she wanted kids, so she asked, can you help me get a kid biologically? And I knew how much she wanted kids, and she ended, that's That's so cute. Oh, so you donated to her. I love that. That's community. See, that's being able to be in community with people who are not like you and being able to make it work. That's what that should look like. That's awesome. I'm glad that you have such a good friend like that. That she trusts you and you trust her. Because that's a big thing to offer up like your own genetics like that. Oh, coffee, that's what we're doing. I got stuck in my rant. Because I don't know, it can be really questionable, right? Like if any of your past relatives have like any like what are they called? Mm, like some people are wary about having genetic disorders, right? And so like that's something that like somebody has to accept could happen by taking up your genes. That's one thing I wish that women would talk more about, and I never really experienced growing up, was choosing like your partner not just based on who you like are who like you feel connected with or who you are like attracted to, but also deciding like based on like the way they want to raise their kids, how many kids they want. Like that was never a thing. Those weren't questions. I didn't hear those questions until I was like 29. And then I was like, you know what? That's a much smarter way to try and figure out like what kind of partner you want, who you want to be with, if you're willing to date them or not. More than like, oh yeah, I feel attracted to you. Like no, like yes, it's cool, but like that was all I heard like growing up was like, are you attracted to them? Only date men that you're attracted to. And I'm just like, that's so dangerous because like narcissistic people, whether you're a man or a woman, a narcissistic person can trap you into believing that like you're attracted to them, especially if you're emotionally traumatized from childhood or have trauma, and most people do. That's the issue, is most people experience some form of trauma, whether it's with a partner or their parents or friends, and so they can abuse that shit. It's not safe to find like a partner that way. The way we gotta be changing how we look for partners is it needs to be aggressive. How we change it right now, truthfully. I never knew my birth parents, so I was adopted to a gay couple and ended up. Oh my gosh, two moms! Hot damn, that's a rarity. Like actually, where I come from, that's a super big rarity. But honestly, there weren't a lot of gay people where. Okay, I shouldn't say that. There weren't a lot of people who were willing to say they were gay where I came from. And when you did, I even did it to someone where someone was like, I'm bi. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can understand why you feel that right now, but you should like wait till you're older because you're so young and you don't really know yourself. And really a part of that was me like pushing like what is that called when you like force like what you see within yourself onto somebody else? Projecting. I was projecting my inner self because I'm bi. And I didn't realize that till much later. It was one of those things I'm like, don't say that out loud. Like oh, I feel so bad for that girl. I wish I wouldn't have done that to her. But I was young and naive and stupid. And I was not around any gay people until I was 23. Yeah. So I didn't get to talk to people or like meet people from outside of that or hear like their thoughts or their processes or their experiences or anything. So it was good that you were raised by alternative people because then you get to hear, which is weird that we have to say like alternative, right? Because like they're just people who fell in love, but they have more open mindsets, right, to like the system and like how things function in the world, whereas like a straight couple, especially like a traditionally straight couple like my parents were, not that they were perfectly traditional, but they tried their best, you know. They wanted to at least be perceived like they were, are not going to have an open mindset, are not going to introduce you to different thought processes, and you're going to be stuck in the same old. But do you feel like you want to know? I've only known a few adoptees, mostly from China, to be honest. And so they didn't really want to meet their parents. But was that anything that you wanted to do? Like meet your parents? I don't know what that's like. I once felt the same because like I have a stepdad and I had a real dad, but then when I met my real dad, he did drugs in front of me and then like beat his girlfriend and shit. Like I was like, oh, never mind. I wish I hadn't met you. So I feel like I have like a weird opinion on it just because of my experience. He was not a good person. He's in prison now, so don't worry. He tried to kill a few people and they finally caught him for doing it. He tried to kill more than a few people, mostly women, to be honest. And I'm glad that he did not raise me, because that would have been... I don't think I would have lived, truthfully. I think he would have killed me. Alright, I'm going to drop off this coffee, and I'll be right back, and we'll start making breakfast. Could I also have a Band-Aid? Underneath the sink, on the left side, in the top black thing, it's in a red box. No, Nini, you do not need in here. I know. I know, it's so hard. Are you guys hungry? Yeah? You guys want some Nenex? Shall I feed you some Nenex? Yeah? You think you need some? Thank you. Okay, let's put a Band-Aid on this finger first because it's not that bad. I don't even know if you can really see it, but it's like, you see? I do this thing, I always push the knife away and I scrub it. And recently I've been doing this thing where instead of flipping it like this and scrubbing this side, I've been flipping it inwards and I scrub it like this and I keep nicking my fingers. This is the second time I've done it now, and you would think that I'd remember, that I would learn, but no, I did not learn. I still fucking cut my finger. Okay. Bend it a little bit. Boop, boop, boop. See what I'm so tired today, not sure why. I think I'm gonna try and take a nap. See ya. See ya. Sleep well. Get a good sleepy in. It's Sunday? It's Saturday. It's a Saturday day. Sleepy Saturday, right? I slept in. I feel that. Of course. You deserve the sleep. We all deserve good sleep, to be honest. No, because I told them adopted or not. Aww. They passed away? I'm so sorry. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. Damn, my friend. That's rough. I'm sorry. That's not okay. Fuck, dude. Now I'm sad for you. Ugh. I don't know how that's gonna feel. Like when my parents die, I think I'm gonna have relief. I'm gonna be like, oh, thank God they're off this earth. Like, just a little fucked up. But hey, you know what? I did my best to try and amend things with them for years before I gave up, so I don't feel too guilty about the situation of not feeling regret when they pass, but I feel bad for other people when their parents pass, because I know that they had loving parents who actually gave a shit about them and really wanted to like make sure their lives were prosperous and had something worthy of like moving forward to, you know? Like was excited to see them have kids or to like have a job or to go to college. It's like my mom, I went to college and then I was like, after a year, it was like, I was working and I don't know, I was in a weird spot. A lot of shit happened. And I like complained to her and I was just like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if it's going to be a free college, so maybe I should just do it. And she was like, no, come move back in, be with mommy. And then I got really depressed after that. So I shouldn't have listened to her, but, you know, I did what I did. I chose it. I was still young. I needed her help and support to like push forward, and instead of doing that, she chose to encourage me to give up. So, and I'm realizing we do not have any bacon. Ah, damn. I was really excited for bacon. It's okay. We'll have waffles. We'll have eggs. That's close enough. I need to get some more bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. They had advanced Alzheimer's. Oh, damn. I know how that feels. Essentially my second parents, which were my great grandmother and my great grandfather, they also got Alzheimer's, and I remember I had to stop talking to them because it really messed with my head when I would call. My grandma first thought that I would be like her daughter. I guess I sound like them. And then she was like, and I was like, oh no, I'm not her. She'd be like, oh, are you? And she thought that I was my mom, and I'm like, no. And she was like, oh, who am I talking to? And I'm like, her daughter, Leah, like, you know, the girl you raised for 5 years, her life. Just that one. And I think it hurt me even more because one of my sisters who is younger than me said that she remembered her. And I was like, how does she remember you, but she doesn't remember me? She fucking raised me. She barely knows you. Like, you spent like one summer with her at one point. Like, that was it. Like, I was so confused, and it was really upsetting. It really hurt my feelings, and I couldn't emotionally handle it, so I just stopped talking to her, stopped calling, which I regret doing now. I wish I would have just dealt with it and accepted that, but I didn't. Nah. I look back on it and I regret it. And then like a part of me thinks that maybe that my sister looked more like me when I was younger, and maybe that's why. And I like to believe that she thought I was her, but probably not, to be honest. She probably just fucking forgot me. But I like to pretend a little bit. But I do know how that feels, to watch somebody forget a bunch of stuff. To like suffer like that. That shit's not cool. It was crazy though, like the way that they passed. We really thought that my grandfather was gonna go first, but then my grandmother died, and then he kind of came back to it for a few months, and then he passed away shortly after. That was kind of romantic in my eyes, which is really fucked up that they like passed away like right after the other. But and the fact that, you know, my grandmother passed away first, that's an odd thing, you know. Normally it's the other way around, but yeah, Alzheimer's is not a fun thing to deal with when it comes to your family. So I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's a rough one. That's a doozy for sure. Okay, let's feed these cats real quick before I get into cooking, so that way I don't have to touch the cat food. Not that I don't like touching the cat food, I just like having clean hands for cooking with food, right? Hi! Are you hungry? Where's your sissy? Blondie, baby! Yeah, Nene popped up here real fast. Blondie, baby! Blondie! Blondie! Where? I know, I see you, but where's your sister? I know. Hey, can we not? Can you give me a second? Blondie, baby! Where are you, Bubby? Blondie! Where is that cat? She's always right here when I start putting out the food. I was at work at the time. My hospital was closer to EMT, brought them here, and my phone kept blowing up, and I kept canceling it until realizing the name. Oh, yeah, that's a rough one. You're like trying to just do work, you don't even realize what's going on. I know that kitten is around here somewhere. She was hungry. I know she was. Nini's hungry, so I know she is. I put down some kibble for them, but I know they like this stuff more. You want some more? Yep. Where's Blondie? Blondie! I got Nanax. Where's my baby kitten? Where's my baby kitten? There she is. She was hiding. Blondie, come here, Bubby. Blondie, we got Nanax. I don't know why she's... You want hungies? You hungry? Yeah. The moment she saw it, she was like, oh shit. Oh, that was funny. Okay, let's start with warming up this pan and warming up this. We need to get some butter out so I can put it in that pan. I need to put this water, 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 water. Let's whiskey, eggs and biscuit. Oh yeah, delicious. Might need a little bit more. A little bit more water, yes. I gotta get a new one of these things. Popped out. I tried to glue it in there, but the glue did not last very long. I was sweating and out of breath. Oh wait, I did a lot parkour and ran all the way to the other side of the hospital. I was sweating and out of breath by the time I got to the room. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, because you're like realizing what's happening and you're trying to get there sooner than later, right? Okay. I'm sorry, man. That's really rough. I really can't imagine what that feels. I'm glad you were there, though. That's awesome that you got to be there. Even if you like didn't recognize what was happening right away, at least you still got to say goodbye, right? Okay, I'm gonna chop up some food now. Okay, camera. What the fuck? That was deep in there. I don't like the little pit thing at the top getting into the food. And I cut a little thin. That's alright. Sounds like that. Just need to chop this up. Once this is in, we'll season it, and then the waffle maker should be ready. Every time I make waffles, I just think of Shrek. And in the morning, I make waffles. Honestly, the world is so unfair the way that it functions. Like, we live this life where we're making mistakes all the fucking time. And then finally, when we start figuring out how to, like, not make mistakes, we're at, like, such an age where, like, we're starting to forget how things work. And we can't even remember the people that we love and shit. Or, like, we can't even walk. Can't barely breathe and shit. And then you die. All the people you love and care about have to watch you go. It's a rough place. But the experiences are nice. Yeah, I can understand why. I mean, you had loving parents. You loved them. I would even say more than... I think that's something, it's crazy. We give maternity leave. Not that we keep up with it very well, right? Like, not every place is very nice about it. We give maternity leave. We give paternity leave. Again, paternity leave not being that great either. But then we're like, no leave for death. Like you get like you have to use your vacation and shit. There's like nothing. You have to use your sick days and crap. There's no like funeral days. We don't care about death like that at all. At least here in the US, right? I don't know how it's like for you, where you were working at the time, or if you were able to work for yourself, but I don't know. I feel like even more, not even just in the US, just in the world, like we're such workaholics. We're like, oh, I gotta get this done. It doesn't even matter if someone dies or whatever. I feel like that's so sad. We need more empathy towards that kind of shit. I think some cultures are a little bit different when it comes to that, but none that I really know of. You know, I couldn't tell you one that, like, maybe Japan, like their culture is maybe a little bit more sympathetic to like that kind of stuff, but I honestly couldn't tell you. I think we need more sympathy through that stuff, for sure. The more they flatline and I kept bringing them back and back out of my head, and more I used. Oh, yeah, dang. So you feel like they went peacefully then, if that happened, like they had just passed, like there was nothing that was going to actually bring them back? I think our brains just stop working when it comes to Alzheimer, right? Like it's not even like it's just a point, because we need our brain to get all of our guts and stuff to be functioning, right? All our processes and stuff. Probably weren't very conscious for that, if at all. Death is such a weird thing. We really hold on to life. I really don't want to ever be resuscitated ever at any age, truthfully. I do not want to go through that shit. I'm sorry you had to be there to watch that. That sucks. That's rough, my friend. I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not making you emotional right now by having you talk about this. We can talk about something else if you want. It could be a really rough thing to bring up, communicate about. How long has it been? Let's start with that. Maybe if it hasn't been too long, it's not that great to be talking about right now, but if it's been a while, sometimes it's easier, you know? Sometimes it's lethargic. Okay. Fucking love pickles. Pickled carrots, pickled everything. Delicious. Add some salt. Plenty of salt. Pretty much out of paprika, but I like to add some paprika. I like to add some oregano. I like to add some nutritional yeast. Good shit. I'm going to add just a little bit more salt, but this is pink Himalayan salt because I have a weird belief that the pinkness is a protection. Pink protects. I don't know if you know this, but that might actually be one reason why they put it like the pastel pink in baby stuff, is because people believe that it protected them. Like color was soothing. And I personally do believe that. Color theory is a real thing. Okay. Next, a little sippy sip of coffee. First, some water. Okay. Now a little sip of coffee. All right, let's get This. Ooh, that puppy's ready. This thing I'm gonna just warm up. I got just some butter in a bag right here. Warm this puppy up. And I just grab the butter with it. 卸走卸走卸走卸走卸走卸走卸走卸走 and the top one because we don't want it to stick to the top. Yeah. Okay. And then next, just make sure all this is mixed in. Which I'm glad I checked because there was a corner down here that didn't get fully mixed in. Okay. I'm going to grab a little measuring tool. The 1/3. And just pour that puppy in. Delicioso. I can't wait. I'm so excited for waffles. Waffle, 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 waffle. I think this one is just a little bit more. Boop. Boop. And squish. Yes. After they passed, I would not touch that side of the hospital for 3 good months. Yeah, I believe that. Was attending at the time coming up. Oh, you're working in the hospital. Oh, shit, my friend. But I go to the side of the hospital now, I get chills up my spine. Yeah, I bet that was like super traumatizing for you. I can't even imagine, honestly. That's so rough. You work there too? Oh my goodness, my friend. How do you even do that? How do you even manage? Like, I don't, like, I'm like, wait a minute. How did you even manage doing that? Like, fuck, my friend. Oh, damn, dude. You have, I don't think I could have, I think I would have quit. That's what I would have done. I don't even think I could have continued working there. I would have been like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Thanks for your time. I'm going to go find a different job now. Damn, you're strong. You're so strong. That's crazy. That's impressive. That's all I gotta say. Super duper impressive. I would get more than like a chill up my spine. I would be like sobbing. Like, I don't know how you handle that. That's crazy. I'm impressed by your skills of emotional control. Like, damn. Also, I guess I'm a woman, so there's that too. Wow. That's so, and I'm sure it like worked out for you, like in the sense like when they were like, you know, like being there, it was easier for you to get to them and stuff like that, right? But afterwards, that's got to be so difficult. I can't even try to imagine what you were going through during that time frame, especially after. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. I really don't think I could have worked there. I'm like trying to imagine myself continuing to work like somewhere after like I had to watch like my loving parents pass. I don't think I could have. I think I definitely would have. I would have been like, nope, I'm out. Thank you though. Thank you for your time. Okay. Shake them eggs. Egg whites. For scrambled eggs. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let's start getting these plates together and vitamins. Wife works with me. She took my old job when I got promoted. Oh, damn. Hey, that's awesome as fuck. Congratulations to both of you. But also, I'm sure that really helped, like, you know, being able to not work in that same area, right? Like, damn, my friend. Congratulations on being promoted. Do like a lot of medical people get married? I feel like I know a bit about like the medical field, and I feel like I've noticed that like a lot of people who work in the medical field tend to marry within the medical field. Is that just because like your work schedules are so similar, it's easier to like live life together and understand like your situation? I have to assume that like most people who don't work in the medical field like fail to understand how difficult the job can be and like the work framing time. Something smells like it's burning. It's like late nights and stuff like that. People are like, "Where are you?" And you're like, "I'm fucking at work." Was dating hard when you tried to date outside of the medical field? Something really smells like it's burning. Oh shit. I put these on the plates, but I didn't cut them yet. I'm chief of surgery and she's chief of, what is this? Pediatric. Oh shit. Yeah, if I was going to go into the medical field, I definitely would have worked with kids. That definitely seemed like the more fun, but maybe not so much would make me sad. I don't know. I was a CNA for the beginning of my work years, and I watched a lot of people die. I don't think I could have done it like that part of like the nursing or doctoral or anything like that if I had to watch more people just slowly die like I did. That shit sucked. Especially where I lived, like the care was not that great. People did not have like as much empathy as they needed, or honestly education in what they were doing. So it was really hard to watch people being mistreated. I was young, so I really didn't know how to handle it either. Chief of surgery. That's gotta be I'm pretty sure that's a big thing, isn't it? That's pretty fucking cool. Congratulations to you both. That's awesome as fuck. You guys are like a power couple. You know what I'm imagining right now is, what's that TV show with like about the doctors? Like I'm imagining you guys being like the married couple that are like the power couple from like the doctors that work together. What is that called? Why can't I remember it? Grey's Anatomy? No. Is it Grey's Anatomy? I don't know. She was a transfer when she was put on my floor. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Waffles. Where'd she transfer from? Did you guys connect right away? Because it's so cute. It's like a little romance book. Like, your guys' life is like a little romance novel. It's like what everyone dreams of. They're like, oh, I was a doctor. She transferred. Do they make books? I feel like you guys can make a book about your guys' like romance life. Maybe it wouldn't be that romantic to you, but other people would find it very romantic, okay? One of those people being me. Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, okay, I was right. But that's what I'm imagining your life is like. It's pretty fucking great, honestly. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it sounds beautiful to me. And maybe I have like a too outside of perspective situation on it, but it sounds pretty cool. My brain is like, maybe I need more waffle mix. Do you need more waffle mix? Or are you just wanting more waffles that you're not going to eat and it's going to make you feel really full later, more than you need? Don't judge me. Ugh, gosh, I need to sweep this out. We don't need more waffle mix. This is enough. Just scrape it out. Okay, I feel like this is gonna spooge out the side a little bit, but that's okay. Grey's Anatomy. I feel like it's so easy to romanticize other people's lives. The world has ruined us with our movies and sitcoms. Okay, perfect. Now we're just waiting for those to finish. Oh, we got to. Yes, eggs will be done here shortly. Fuck yeah, everything's coming together just in time. Did it take me an hour to make breakfast? Yes, it did. But I also had dishes and cats to feed, and you know, that's just the way it works sometimes. Somewhere over the rainbow. If I had done the dishes, it wouldn't have taken me so long, but here we are. 'Tis be the way the cookie crumbles. I'm really excited to get all the investing stuff done today. Had a great couple of days in the sun. I think my little pinkness has gone away too. So hopefully it will turn into a little tan. I probably should have worn sunscreen. Did I? I wore face sunscreen, but I don't wear sunscreen anywhere else, so that's just the way it works. I need to start wearing sunscreen now, otherwise I'm going to get skin cancer. Not the skin cancer. We don't want that. I don't want wrinkly brown skin when I'm 40. You guys get a lot of, like, you guys get to get the same days off, like, when you're working? You guys get to, like, because, like, if you're both, like, if you're chief of surgeon, and what did she say? She was chief of, like, pediatric, then would you? Could you? Do you get days off at all? Like, could you take a vacation for a week or so? Or because you're, like, in charge of everything, would you have to, like, find somebody temporarily in charge? Like, how would that work? I've always wondered about that. I assume it's not like the movies, but only because, like, I know that movies, like, dramatize stuff, you know? When I worked as a CNA, I was also going to school, so, like, I naturally got, like, time off and whatnot from, like, doing, like, other things, you know? And I couldn't, like, work as a CNA and go to school, so it was, like, I'd go to school, except for when I was in high school. I went to school, and on the weekends I worked, and sometimes I would do, like, a night shift or stuff during the weekday. Not healthy. But then when I went to college, I only worked during the summer and winter break, so I kind of felt like I got vacations from that job. But it's like different, right? Because I was still, like, had a second job where I was being a waitress while I was working at the school. So hello, who's this? Team Fat Bacon. Ooh, we all love fat bacon. Well, not everyone. Some people like lean bacon. I like fat bacon. I love it. How you doing today, Bacon? What are you up to? I'm just scrambling some eggs right now, waiting for the next waffle batch to get done. Chit-chatting about the magical life of Photon Charizard. Gosh, the brakes on some of the cars passing by. I don't know if you guys can hear that shit, but it's like... It's probably actually a truck. A semi or some shit. Maybe a bus. I don't think we get a lot of semis during the day. They mostly come through at night. I hear them at night, though. They, like, drive past so quickly. They're like... It's insane. I keep my windows open. I like the fresh air. Are you guys window open people? The lean ones are missing out. I'm doing good things. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we had some really sunny days, so I got out, got some sun, went to a market, went to an Japanese Kyoto. Oh my goodness, Japan's Kyoto like antique shop that pops up like twice every year here. That was really nice. We talk like coworkers. We hang out at work when it got slow more and more. We saw each other, and then one day she told me after 9 months, 2 weeks before Halloween, she told me she had a crush on me. Aww. That's so cute. That's so romantic. Yeah, you have like literally a magical life, bro. Like literally the life that everyone dreams of. What are you making again? I'm making some scrambled eggs. We were gonna also have some bacon, but apparently we ran out of bacon. And waffles. Scrambled eggs, waffles, and a little bit of avocado on the side. Okay, the eggs are pretty much ready. They just need cheese on top and for the lid to go on so that way it can melt the cheese. BRB. Okay. Oh yeah, I love a good handful of cheese. I actually do about two, probably a little bit more than you need to be honest. But I can't help it. I like when it's like you pick up the cheese, like the eggs, and it does like a cheese pull. Oh yeah, that's like the best. You need 2 handfuls for that. 1 handful does not give you that. Put the lid on. Oh shit! I just burnt a hole in my cheese bag, and I think I realized I turned on the wrong burner. That's dangerous as fuck. Oh, no! We don't need to tell nobody. I'm the only one who owns them. Oh, that's what smelled like it was burning. Oh my god. Don't judge me. Don't you judge me. There's no judgment here, okay? I'm judging me a little bit, though. I can't believe I did that. Okay, let's take out these waffles. Whoa, that was fast. Ooh, yeah. Waffles! Boom. Waffles done. Okay. I think we're going to put waffles on a separate plate. We're going to put waffles so that way the eggs have plenty of room. Okay, 1 second. Food's almost ready. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here. Yes? Come here, my sweetie Petey. Oh my goodness, look at my baby. This is my baby. No. Say hi. Say hi, Blondie. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Yeah. What is it, Bubby? Is that better? She doesn't like when she doesn't have something to stand on. Makes her feel unsafe. That's why she was meow complaining. Meow! Look how cute she is. Look at my baby. Oh, you purring? She's such a precious baby. She is. Such a precious baby. Yeah. You want down? She's playing. She's playing with her sister. Nina doesn't like me holding her as much, honestly. She's not as a fan of holds. She will occasionally let me do it, but she's much more against it. Actually, real quick, I think we might have. Nope. We have mail, but I think it's like outside and I'm unwilling to go get it. But I just got these new vitamins that are supposed to help with like hair growth and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be trying them. Not that I like need a lot of hair growth, but like I've been trying to grow my hair out like naturally longer. And I've started following this lady who like she had like actual hair loss. And so I follow her now to learn about shampoos and conditioners and different types of them and which ones help with shedding and which ones help with growth and like what actually helps. She's a real big minoxidil person, but she's also really honest about like what minoxidil does and how it functions. So it's not something that I need or am going to use anytime soon, but at least I know like how it works and functions and what my hair will look like if I do need it. So I learned a lot from her. I actually just I used to do K18 for my hair and I really liked it. And then I was like, you know, learning about like a bunch of different hair products and stuff like that. And so I switched from that one to do a bunch of other ones. But then learning from her, I realized that I actually do need the K18 and I do feel like it's worked best with my hair when but I also need like another like shampoo, a different one. And I've tried a few different conditioners and she's given me an idea of some that I can try. She's honestly, some of the ones she suggested were ones I've already tried, but I don't know. I don't feel like it helps as much as I want it to. She's talked about like having a leave-in conditioner too, which I like. And I use that one. I use one, but I think I'm gonna need a different one. Like it functions, it's just not. I don't know. I'm not noticing as much of a change with it as much as I would prefer to have. Okay. Cheese is melted. Okay, let's make sure. Melty, melty, melty. Melty, melty, melty. Melty, melty, melty. Melty, melty, melty. I love when the eggs and the cheese. Oh yeah, it's the best. Cheesy eggs. Who doesn't like cheesy eggs? Sincerely, I need to know. 'Cause I need to fight them. How dare you not like cheesy eggs? Oh dang. First plate. Look at this. Watch this. I'm gonna get a cheese pull. Ooh. Look at that cheese pull. They're better when you get to do this baby scoops off of it. Some juice. Okay. He likes the juice. So I give him the juice. Second one. This one's going to be harder because it's trying to break apart. Dang. Ooh, yeah. Cheese pull. I love a good cheese pull. I'm addicted to cheese pulls. Someone who has issues with eating cheese, I really need to chill on that, but here we are. Sometimes we just like doing things that hurt us. This cheese isn't that bad though, for some reason. There's some cheeses that definitely hurt me more. Like I cannot eat cream cheese anymore. Like whatever. Like at all. I cannot. And I love cream cheese. It's actually one of my favorite cheeses to eat. So that's super sad. Delicious. Cheese, glorious cheese. Okay. I am going to go eat now. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. And I will see you guys a little bit later when I get back on to do all the investing work. And until then, bye!